Hello, and welcome back. In today's video, I am going to be updating my debt-free plan, otherwise known as my debt payoff plan. Now, you may have seen this before if you've watched for a while. I updated this around April of 2019 and again for a mid-year review around July of 2019. And it's time for another update of this. And I used to update this document a lot more than I do now. But because my accounts have become so few, I guess it's just easier for me to keep track of, and I don't update this nearly as much, but I am going to update it now because I really want to see if I stay the course, in what month I will be consumer debt free. 2020 is the year, my friends. Woo! Now, I'm not going to go back and do a lot of retrospective updating. You can see here that I last updated this in July. That October, November, December didn't get updated, and I'm not going to go back and do that for the interest of time in this video unless I come back at the end and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and gray these out because I know they were completed payments, but then I'm going to make more of my updates in the 2020 starting with January. Speaking of retrospective updates, you know that in December I received and paid off a medical bill. So again, I may add that in later just for my records, but for this video, I'm actually going to go ahead and skip that as well because I have updated balances and everything. So that won't specifically matter for the 2020 forward, but like I said, a little later, I'm going to make those updates just for my own records. So now that housekeeping is out of the way, I am going to first start off by making this update. Today is January 10th. Make sure to change that year, 2020. And again, just for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and gray those out because I know they were completed. Also, again, I'm going to come in and put that medical bill in here a little bit later, but I will just move ahead to 2020 down here. And you can see the Discover was left over, but the Discover was paid in November. So I'm actually going to go ahead and hide this row because there is no balance there and make sure that's good. Okay. And then I'm going to update the principal balances based on the balances I pulled for my January 1st debt snowball. Since we're about 10 days in, I'm going to go ahead and use the January 1st numbers. And the blue-green balance gets an update to $7,904.93. And the American Express gets an update to $5,762.61. And that's consistent with what I saw on January 1st with my debt snowball. So then some of this other stuff I'm not going to be as concerned about. The payment amount for the blue-green is going to be pretty consistent. But the American Express is next up, and it will get the bulk of the payment until it's paid off. I'm going to keep that $1,412.35 payment. That should always be the minimum payment that I make towards my debt snowball. And I certainly plan to make as much of an additional payment as I possibly can to get this knocked out. But I am going to just reconcile all the numbers to this number just to make it simple and consistent. So we see for January 2020, the blue-green payment would be the same, $165.74, and the American Express would get a payment of $1246.61, the same for February. And then in March, it looks like before I updated this number, this would be paid off, but I'm just going to scroll over here to the end, and you can see that there's some balance left. And so I wanted to make this as large as possible. And like we did in the worksheet the last time, I'm actually going to go ahead and freeze this first column so that it glides along with me. You can see as I go over, I can see which one's blue-green, which American Express, which I actually know which one it is, but just so I can have those glide with me. And then let's see here. So the balance left would be $2,044. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just reconcile these all the way over. The 165.74, I just pulled those all the way over. And I'm just going to pull this over a couple to start. And it looks like I have $7.76 and 17 cents left. So that should be the final payment in May, $776.17. I'm going to go ahead and color that yellow as the final payment there. And then the balance between these two should go to the blue-green. So for this first month, I'm just going to enter a formula that takes this amount and subtracts this amount. And then I'm going to add that to this amount. And so the May payment will be $636.18. And you can see that causes the overall payment to be $1412.35. And then because it'll be the only debt left to pay, it will get the full payment of $1412.35. And let's see if I move that over one more. Let's see how much is left. Okay, so this actually will push it back a little bit, and sometimes that happens with interest and other changes. So I didn't get to put as much to the American Express because of the medical bill in December. So the American Express was extended out. And then of course I didn't get to pay the blue-green sooner because I didn't get to pay the American Express sooner. So it's getting extended out as well. Let's see just how far. And I'm not going to let it get me down. But you know how it is. You want to get it done. So it looks like it backed that up to October. So $956.39 would be the final debt payment. And that would be in October. So instead of 33 months, I'm going to cut that and paste it here. It would be 35. Still short of 3 years in baby step 2, so I'm excited about that. So I'll go ahead and cut that over as well. And here is the update. So it looks like short of baby step 2 anniversary number 3, just missed it. In 35 months, I will have paid off that over $55,000 in debt. Now, you know me, I'm going to try to pay this off as soon as possible. I would love to have it paid off by the end of the summertime. And so I'm just going to push and make that happen. But you know how much I love seeing when it'll occur. I'm going to try to push that up a little bit and see if I can get it done even sooner. So that's pretty exciting. Now, since that is done, the last thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add in the payment I've made so far to the American Express while I'm here. So the overall payment should be $1,246.61. So far, I've made a $500 payment. So I'm going to add that in there and keep making updates as I make additional payments. So I have $746.61 left to pay towards the American Express to meet my monthly payment and to stay on track. So that's just it. That's all. Not very many updates in this one. Exciting to see that in October, by my baby step 2 anniversary, year 3, I will be debt-free. So some of you became consumer debt-free this month. Congratulations. Those of you who will be celebrating debt freedom this year, let me know what your life-changing month is. 2020 is a big year for a whole lot of us, and I'm really excited. Thank you so much for watching. I'll chat with you next time. Bye.